This is Paul. Yeah. Is there a waiting period, 90 days before judge can sign the dissolution? Yeah. And of course, having children, that does affect a lot of the waiting period. Oh. Now, you seem to think it's not fraud taking children under the age of 14 and giving them to the custody of the parent. Yeah. But I just never noticed until I printed off today. It says disillusion with children. As if, well, I'm going to motion for a default dissolution of marriage. Yeah. And knowing that I had responded in the 90 days, in fact, thinking of the arrest. Yeah. And then the arraignment. Right. And then getting back to the fifth wheel so I could read what it was that you served me. Yeah. um, I thought for sure I was well into the 90 days. But you don't seem to have a problem with this. You don't have a problem issuing dissolutions of marriage without any proof of service, right? Or domestic violence orders without any signature of the petitioner. Yes, as if you could not require a signature when they're in actual court form. You're going to get sued and go to prison. Yes, I just want you to understand that. Yeah. Now, if I was to add up all the court hearings where I had to be at because of the accusation of violating a fraudulent protection order, yes, where the petitioner never appeared in court, she didn't appear in any of the court hearings in Clallam County where you said I was in Sequim, Washington on December 31st. She didn't appear at any of the court hearings in Jefferson County where you said I was in Jefferson County on her 47th birthday. She never appeared at any of the criminal court hearings. She never appeared. But I was never given notice so as to appear at the civil court hearings. Right. Now, let's add up the total number of court hearings where I did appear. Yes. From the arrest. Yes. And then the jury trial of 2012. Right. And then the one time she appeared, but it wasn't her on the jury right now. Was it my wife that was on the witness stand? You judge seemed to think that after 10 years of marriage, I wouldn't know my own spouse. Having false witnesses that impersonate the alleged victim of domestic violence, yes, is an actual crime in the United States. I would say it's a fraud. Oh. And you can't have impersonators, you can't have forgeries, and you can't allow for felonies. Now, when we get the video and the audio of that jury trial that took place where Judge Porter, yes, if I had said that's not my wife on the witness stand, you would have said, But the truth is, it wasn't Heidi. Yes, that wasn't her on the witness stand. It was an impersonator right now. Now, considering you served me the dissolution of marriage at the same time as arresting me, yes, and you made me go to court where I didn't see the petitioner at court, except for the jury trial where it wasn't my spouse, I thought, well, we're going to get the video and the audio, Judge. Yes. I would say there's a large amount of fraud in this, the dissolution of marriage. Yes. Or when the person, yeah, when the individual appears on the witness stand is not my actual spouse. Yes. It calls into question exactly why it is that you gave her custody of my sons. Now, you're going to get sued for that, Judge. Ouch! For allowing for any witness to appear on the witness stand that is not the actual individual. Yes. And whether or not they're the victim, an expert witness, or a police officer. Yes. If any person appears in court right now,